Okay, the first movement we're going to demonstrate using the MORR training system is a medicine ball chest pass. For the medicine ball chest pass, we're going to try to focus on the chest, shoulders, and triceps in terms of the pressing positions, but we're also going to focus on some midline stabilization as we get our athlete to brace and then apply force. We're really going to be focusing on power here as we add some extra resistance to the end range of the throw. And what we're going to be using is the punch belt. So the punch belt comes just like this. I'm going to give it to the athlete. He's first going to put it on just like a belt. So there's a clasp that we're going to tighten in the front. Then we're going to use the two straps to pull it and get some tension on the midsection. I don't want it to be so tight that it's uncomfortable, but I do want it to be secure. The next, you'll see the athlete place the cuffs around the wrist. And then the same thing, they're going to tighten those down so that they're not sliding as they apply force, but not so tight that it's uncomfortable. And we should see the resistance band on the inside of the wrist. There we go. If we need to create a little more tension in the resistance band, get them to a snug position or that position where they're applying resistance at the desired spot or point throughout the movement. Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to take this medicine ball and I'm going to be giving the medicine ball to the athlete. I will throw it to them. They'll have their arms extended waiting to receive the ball. Then they will load, and as soon as the ball makes contact with the chest, drive through as aggressively as possible. We'll do a few reps here and we'll talk about some points of performance. Stand right over that mark there. Good. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Some things we're going to look for from the athlete is proper setup, which is going to be feet about shoulder width apart and a tight midsection. They're going to basically perform this movement from the quarter squat position. Then they're going to wait for the ball with the arms extended so they can properly load and then drive through the throw, not really changing or shifting weight. We just want to see them brace and drive through the movement from that set position. Okay guys, the second movement we're going to focus on today is a lower body strength and power movement, and we're going to do a squat jump. Muscles involved in the squat jump are going to be glutes, hamstrings, quads, the calves, and we're going to specifically focus on the expression of lower body power in terms of that max height, max effort, vertical jump with a quarter squat for the loaded position. The piece of equipment we're going to be using is the chip-o-meter harness. In terms of putting on the piece of equipment, you can see that basically we have these straps that look like straps on a backpack that connect down to the resistance bands and then the little foot booties at the bottom. So what we're going to have our athlete do is start by putting on the shoulder straps, just like they would a backpack, and then connecting the strap across the chest or torso. Then we're going to have the athlete kneel down, and they're going to put the back of the heel into the back of the booty, stepping on it, and then they'll use the Velcro strap tension across the top of the foot. Then they'll do the same thing on the other side, load the back of the heel into the back of the booty, and then use the Velcro strap to create tension on the top of the foot. Now as they stand up, if you turn around, these straps in the back, we will tighten them. They'll kind of squat down and just pull down on the straps. And basically I'm looking for a tension that applies just as they're coming out of the top of the squat. And what we're going to look for here is our athlete to take a nice little quarter squat position with their feet about shoulder width apart. They'll load the jump with their arms back, and then they'll jump reaching maximum height with their arms high overhead and their hips open. I'm going to have the athlete perform 3 reps, and then we'll talk about some of the points of performance. And relax. Things that we want to look for. We want to make sure that the athlete's opening the hips at the top and their legs are getting straight. Again, this is about applying force and getting maximum height there. We want to make sure the weight stays from the middle to the back of the foot through the jump. And then as they apply force, I want to make sure that the knees aren't coming in as they drive themselves off the ground, so that they're pushing those knees out throughout the range of motion of the movement. Just like with my upper body movement, I might have the athlete do some reps with the harness on and then take it off and immediately complete some reps or some box jumps without the resistance of the harness.